First stop on the tour. We are here at Craig Ranch Park. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Steve Rabakoff and Rich Telford. Very much looking forward to this set. It's the second set of the day. We're still early on. It's 8:20 in the morning. Dynasty is going to be taking on Infamous in this set as well.
Who's your pick?
As well as Aftermath and Level. This is a tough one to pick. I really love the lineup that Infamous put out this year. I really think they're going to have a chance to go deep. Are they ready right now? I don't know. So I think you got to give it to Dynasty a little bit. They made a couple changes too. Brought back Scotty Kemp out of retirement.
He's playing on fire.
Yeah, and he came out to practice and just was smoking people. And he may be getting the start today, which isn't necessarily the biggest shocker in the world.
Right.
But coming on to San Diego Dynasty, he ended his career before with X Factor. He's played on a lot of top teams. I played with Scotty back in the day. He's been around. He is definitely a seasoned vet. He's obviously in peak physical condition still.
Fatty.
As that's his job, as he's a trainer down in San Diego by the beach. They also picked up Mikey Arena to be a little bit of an aggressive attacker, bowling ball type player. But we don't know how much they're going to work Urena in yet. This is definitely a field where he could do really well on, but I think the starting nod on the snake side is probably still Oturo's job until somebody steps up and takes it.
Until someone takes it,
It's his.
But this is a battleground snake. It's not just going to be about one guy in the
Flooding
snake,
players,
two guys.
man.
Yes, you got to flood players through. In fact, in that the first set we just saw, the Impact and Uprising, DMG, and Diesel, 2 Mercy Roll wins, 1 for Diesel. Great job for them. Impact, it was the second guys to go that really shined out here. So as Infamous starts to take the field, Greg Sewers, there on your screen, big pickup. You got cut from Impact. And just their play styles, that was the official word, didn't really merge too much.
He's going to fit perfect with Infamous.
But this field is great for Greg Sewers.
And Thomas Taylor.
You can see this D side here, and that D side, some points were stolen over there. And a guy like Greg Sewers, he will excel potentially on this field. He actually was in the starting lineup on the D side for Impact when they won this event last year.
In my opinion, he's one of the best attacking Dorito players there is.
And so I really think that the smart, aggressive players over there, that's the mixture, though. You have to be smart and aggressive when the scramble starts happening. And essentially, that's happening right away. You can see that D side there. Yeah, it's happening off the break. Now, they also have a laundry list of some seasoned vets on that squad, too. So this is a very interesting battle back and forth. This snake side, it definitely lived up to the hype.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's honestly, it's hard to keep track of everything that's going on out there. You're watching somebody get bunked out of a snake at the same time, another dude's running down the Dorito, and a guy in the middle's getting shot out. You're like, I can't keep up.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about yesterday in the pregame show, is that what teams have the tools to work down that snake side and that Dorito side, and Infamous now has that.
This field is as advertised. I'm wondering what the lineup for is Infamous going to be as advertised. It's tough if you're on a top team and you pick up some new guy. Sometimes it just takes time, regardless of how good they are.
It always takes time.
It always takes time to get those guys worked into.
Even if you played together before, it's a new system and you're playing with other people that you hadn't played with before at the same time. You got to get the chemistry. And it takes some amount of time. It's either one event or 10 events, but you have to have that chemistry.
And that's the story for both of these squads. But I think you have to give the nod a little bit to Dynasty, just because they've kept that core together for so long. The most legendary name in the game, over 50 wins worldwide.
I'm going with Infamous in this morning match. That's me.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a shocker to me if Infamous could come out and steal this win somehow. Again, just because they have such an awesome lineup for 2020.
You picked Dynasty. You picked
Infamous.
All right, I'm going to wait for about 4 or 5 points, and then I'm going to let you guys know what I decide.
Fair enough.
It's going to be a great game no matter what, so let's go.
Jumping into this first point, we're following Infamous, and it looks like Thomas Taylor going to try to get out wide, and Dynasty's going to mirror that with Arturo.
I'm changing my pick.
Dynasty's going to lose a body here off the break, and it's Ryan Greenspan who takes the early walk, and then Yosh Rao tries to get out wide on the D side. He gets clipped, so it is looking really good right now for Los Angeles Infamous, as they're going to crawl up into the snake. And
Dorito 3.
And it looks like Cody Chong going to be getting the start here for Infamous. Also a pickup, came over from the Outlaws last year. Very aggressive player and fits in well with the Infamous squad. And they trust him enough to give him the start. But looking like Greg Sewers also in great position here on the D side. As soon as Yosh came off and realized that Ryan's gun wasn't looking at him either because he's dead, Greg Sewers launched and he's now in D4.
Yeah, Arturo's in the snake for Dynasty. He's trying to catch the guy in front of him.
So either Marcelo or Arturo is going to have to step up. And I think, is that Blake or Tyler that's alive over there?
Greg Sewers taking the walk.
Yeah, so I can't see who's in D3. He's blocked out from that position, but whoever's in that spot is definitely helping Dynasty out right now. It's Tyler Harmon.
Yeah,
Tyler Harmon.
T-Harm, Modesto boy.
Tyler Harmon getting into D4, and probably I think he was the one that got that shot on Greg Sewers.
3-on-2 now.
Cody Chong going to be taking the walk, so Dynasty might be saving this point here.
Yeah, 3-on-2 Dynasty's advantage here with Arturo, Marcelo, and Snakeside.
Kevin Rudolph gets taken out going to that Dorito corner.
This is one Infamous is going to want back.
Yeah, 1-on-3, yeah, because they were in control.
Yeah.
3-on-1. Dynasty finished with 3 players left alive off Tyler Harmon's play.
And Marcelo Margot, and rightfully so, he is pumped up. What a beautiful job by Marcelo. He also came across and stayed alive. Arturo got in the snake and stayed alive.
Great fill.
Great fill across, but Tyler Harmon as the anchor on the only player left alive for Dynasty on that Dorito side. Doing work, absolutely, Rich, for San Diego Dynasty, and that is a low body situation win here for Dynasty. Beautiful job.
And it's a tough first game for Infamous's new squad, right? Like if they'd had a warm-up match, I would have honestly been more comfortable with them playing against Dynasty. But playing against Dynasty your first time, that's a tough first game, man.
Well, it's just tough because they saw the blood in the water. I liked the moves that they made.
Yeah, they made all the right. They just didn't execute,
and they just lost a couple gunfights.
Yep.
You had Greg Sewers get shot out of his spot, and then you had Cody Chong also take the walk as well too. And another body came off, and pretty quick, and it was just a very beautiful job to stay alive for those last 3 players.
And I like that it was 3-on-3, but Dynasty was attacking, and Infamous was just kind of sitting back and waiting to see what Dynasty was going to do.
Dynasty's so good at that. When they go in those low body situations, they're intelligent with their fills. They have that high paintball IQ. I mean, Marcelo wrote a book called Paintball IQ, so no surprise that he was one of those 3 bodies left alive. They're really good at that part of the game. I'm interested to see how much we're going to see of that. I think we're going to see quite a bit of that actually out here. In that scramble, the smart players be able to win a couple gunfights and turn the tables on their opponents. So now we see Aftermath and Columbus Level. So Level in the green and black and Aftermath in the red here to play the first point of the 2020 season here in the NXL Pro Division.
And he gets taken out Level.
From that center brick on the Dorito side over there.
And here, Aftermath here on the Snake side of Level already, and Level loses another body, so they're down 2 bodies, 5-on-3 advantage. As I say that, Aftermath loses their first player.
Yeah,
another body's running off LVL, so it's a 4-on-3.
So it looks like
4-on-2 now.
Danny Paul and Tyler Dowiak walking off early here, so this is a really good first point for the Aftermath boys. Davey Simmons in the snake, and
they're like, hey, we're in Vegas, let's do it.
Yeah, Ianucci, Zach Hill. So Zach Hill coming over from Boom, as Boom merged with NRG. So Zach Hill, I always really enjoyed watching Zach Hill play, man. That
was a fast point.
That was a very fast point. One of the a bit of the information I was getting, and I'm sure you guys got the same thing. I was hearing from a decent amount of players and teams that we might see a lot of points scored out here.
Yeah, which is good. More paintball, the better, man.
Yeah, so great job by Zach Hill. Ianucci, I think, was in there as well, too, in that center. So that was a very, like Rich said, a very quick point. Bad survivability for Level to start out their first point as professional paintball players.
All right, so here comes Infamous walking out. Mike Waring is getting a spin. Harrison Fry, Brett Messer, Kevin Rudolph is spinning again. And who we got here? Cody Chung.
And we're also following Blake Yarber as he's going to be taking the field for Dynasty. He's a stud on that D side. Looks like Greenspan, Margot. And now we're going to get Scotty Kemp in there for 86. Yeah.
He's done working on his abs.
For now.
He just did 1,000 punches in the pits. I saw him.
The only player that plays with no shirt. Bro, have you seen my abs? I'm not covering this up.
Rich, I've seen your.
No, I was pretending I was pretending I was Scott.
We can call them abs.
I have an ab.
Yes, half of an ab.
I have an ab. Jesus. It holds my belt up. Ab.
So Dynasty and Infamous here.
Infamous is like, hey, let's do what we did in the beginning of that last point, and then just do better at the end.
Yeah.
They just need to tighten up a little bit. First point jitters here.
When are you going to make your prediction, Rich?
I said 3 or 4 points. Okay. I will let you know. If Infamous loses 2 more points, I'm going to call Dynasty. If they come back, then I'm going to say Infamous.
Okay.
Listen, you guys just picked too early.
Yeah.
You didn't have all the info.
Well, Harrison Fry out there for a spin with his new squad coming over from Thunder. Looks like Cody Chong's going to be spinning again. Looks like Callie Rudolph is out there.
Thomas is out there.
Great to see Callie Rudolph back with Infamous.
Yeah, welcome back, Callie.
You've got Brett Messer's out there as well. Yeah, Kevin's, that's back-to-back points. So they just said, you know what, you've been gone for a while, so we're just going to wear you out quick.
I feel bad for him, too, because he's such a little guy, and he's got like 30 pods on his back, and he's running to the corner. Good look, little guy.
Yeah.
So
Ryan got shot early that last game. We'll see what he changes up this game.
Yeah, so about 10 seconds to go before the start of this next one. I don't know if somebody called a timeout or we had a brief technical timeout or something, but about to jump into this point number 2 here. Dynasty with that low body win in that last one. See if Infamous can tighten things up. And interesting route as aggression here, and a minor penalty assessed on San Diego
Here comes
Dynasty.
a minor right here as well on Cody Chung. So he's going to get
3 on 3.
So it's going to be a 3-on-3. Now who's going to win in this scramble?
Who's going to figure out what happened first?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, Matt. The smarter players are going to prevail here, and like you were saying earlier, the more and more points that go down to the last guy kind of figuring out which side's open or not, it benefits the smarter teams.
Oh, it looks like
Ryan
Greenspan just
took
lost
one.
a gunfight in there, so that's a tough death and uncharacteristic early walk here for
Oof.
Greenspan. And then Yosh goes into one too, and he gets Cyclops trying to take Ryan's spot. So
Yeah, they both missed a guy, I think.
So
3-on-1 now, Infamous with a big advantage. Blake Yarbrough wheeling and dealing.
we'll see if Blake
Maybe
can
a
pull off.
2-on-1.
That's a 3-on-1
Is it
actually,
3?
unfortunately for Blake.
Yeah.
But fortunately for Infamous, and here goes Mike Waring, and as now Waring's past the 50-yard line, just trying to find this last body, maybe trade out
Blake
with
gets
Blake.
one. Blake gets
Ooh.
one. Now it's 2-on-1. And they're both lined up with Blake in a straight line. Here, this brick on the snake side and the home.
Kevin is doing in the back center there.
His gun might be broken. Blake's getting a check right now. The ref needs to get off him.
Blake's going to try to
He
get
gets caught going across.
Yeah, tries to go through the gap, but ends up getting taken out. So it looks like Brett Messer and Callie Rudolph alive
Good close for Brett.
in that chaos. Yeah, Brett made the move initially off the break. It was a very aggressive breakout for Infamous. They took D3 off the break, the snake off the break, and the center real quick.
And
So
both snake sides got penalties on the break. Cody
Yeah.
Chung got one. Got Harrison Fry pulled, and was it Ryan that got it? Rich?
I didn't see. I saw the penalty, but I didn't see who caught it.
and we were talking about in that 3-on-3, after those two penalties decimated both snake sides for both
I'm surprised nobody filled this way.
Yeah, well, that's I think the Infamous had taken that ground on the D side, and with where Ryan was, I don't think they knew where all the bodies were. He was trying to figure out where all those
I think
bodies
that's
were.
going to be a big theme for the weekend. Is where are the
Absolutely,
bodies
yeah,
at, man?
where are those bodies when the chaos sets in? And then Yosh trying to fill Ryan's spot. I mean, I like that move. That's worked out for him many times in the past, but I also don't think he knew where that body was either. So.
I will never question Yosh Rao's moves.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of early deaths. You know, Yosh is not the fastest guy in the world, but the reason
But
he's
close.
elite
But close.
is he's elite because of his timing. Great gunfighter,
Yeah.
amazing timing.
There's guys who constantly win games for you, and there's guys who never lose games for you. And Yosh is one of those guys who never loses a game for
He's
you.
great in low body situations. He's a great shot off the break. He's got a huge voice. So lots
And
of
it's
skills
just
in his
an
bag.
amazing person all the way around.
So here we go, but Infamous tying it up. Now we'll see if Aftermath can, oh, they lose a body on the break, so we'll see if Level can stay alive. They have 5 bodies alive right now, and now past the 50-yard line. Here goes Level, aggressively pushing past the D side here, but they are going to lose that body in the center. They're going to lose another one, so 2 have come off. Davey Simmons doing his work here for Aftermath, but then Davey's going to get run down. As here comes Justin Politi for Columbus
Wow,
Level. Politi
that
is
was a
going to...
He's about
bloodbath.
to shoot his own player.
Oh, he
Nope.
almost... Politi almost shot his own player.
I was so busy watching the snake stuff go down, I didn't notice the level guy went all the way down the Drio
Yeah.
side, got a couple kills, and won the game. Good job, buddy. Sorry, I didn't see it.
So that was
First
Sam,
point one.
Sam-
First point one for level.
Sam Silberg on the D side here for Level got it done, and then Justin Politi in the snake.
Congratulations, guys.
Hey, how many points you going to wait before you pick a winner in the level game? Aftermath, is it 4 or 5?
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know those two teams as well as I know Dynasty Infamous. So, you know, I like to hedge my bets.
Okay.
With the kind of money we're betting, I can't afford to make any mistakes, okay?
30 seconds.
Betting ramen noodles here up here.
Kid's going to college. Tyler Harm on the Drio side again. See if he can do what he did that first point.
20
Yeah,
seconds.
Tyler is he's an aggressive phenom out there and has been.
He's a
He
human
was about
spring.
12.
He's a human spring.
He is very coiled up tightly.
I've never known that kid not to have energy, not to be positive, not to be just like ready to go, like enthusiastic to do whatever.
Well, got a tie game right now with still lots of time here to go. As you've seen some quick points. 1-1 is the score. Infamous on your right in the gray. Dynasty in their characteristic blue
Tyler
jerseys.
Harmon gets taken out, going on 3-1.
Harrison Fry gets bounced on the break.
Now they're going to lose Arturo Andrade, so 2 bodies have come off again here for Dynasty, so it's a 4-on-3 situation in favor of Infamous.
Yeah, Infamous advantage here. Thomas Taylor fills the snake. Is that Ryan Greenspan fills the corner for Dynasty?
Yes,
Snake
it is.
corner?
And Marcelo Margot had got into Snake 1.
Yeah,
so,
that's big.
But
That'll give him a chance.
But Thomas is in Snake 4 already, and he has Harrison Fry behind him. I'd like to see Harrison over here on the Snake side, too. It's going to make Infamous harder to scout, typically D-side attacker, but no reason that he can't play the Snake. And now getting a spin over here behind Thomas Taylor. Ryan Greenspan, it's a tough death for him. Again, it was a low-body situation, so not much he could do. And then Marcelo's going to get run down by Callie, so that's a kill for Callie. And then Thomas, looks like they're going to save Yosh some pain as it was a 1-on-4 situation with just Yosh Rao left alive in that back corner bunker on the D side. So that's 2 unanswered points.
That's 2 good points for Infamous. I might be voting for them.
Well, Infamous, Infamous also, if you go back, because yes, Dynasty did win the first point, but they did it in a low body situation.
They should have lost it, yeah.
So Infamous has looked pretty outstanding here.
I think Infamous might win this match.
Oh, is that where you're going?
I'm going to watch one more point.
Oh, here we go with Aftermath Level.
Level's got to be feeling pretty good about winning their first point in the Pro Division, man. They played 2, they won 1. That's not bad.
It's good to get the monkey off your back just a little bit.
Aftermath
Obviously,
was
still a lot to
attacking
go.
so fast that game that I couldn't pay attention to Level guys who were counterpunching down that Drio side.
And that's what's great about the way the brackets go, because the 4 seeds play the 4s in their first matches. It gives you a little warm-up
match. Well, yeah.
Before you have to play the harder teams.
You want those teams to play each other and to build that confidence and grow so they can be a top team.
Again,
Aftermath, Snake on the break.
So again, Aftermath is in the red, Level in the green and black, and looks like Davey Simmons is coming off early here for Aftermath. Level gets into the Snake with now Ryan. So they're Ryan Hallowell. So this is 3 different players that we have seen in the Snake and 3 points here for Level.
Aftermath now filling from that center tower across the Snake 2.
Aftermath gets Iannucci into the Snake. So it's mirrored up in the Snake with Iannucci and Ryan Hallowell.
Level's also got one of the Snake corner.
No, but Iannucci gets eaten up in that spot, and now it looks like, is that Zach Hill going to try to fill out? Well, somebody from Aftermath's trying to fill out wide here.
Yeah, it's tough for Aftermath because they were playing against 2 of the Level guys down the wire with the Snake and the Snake corner. Aftermath now moves up to the center brick on the Dorito side.
So that's Zach Hill. So, and now a penalty is going to be assessed, but here it looks like Hill's going to get run down as Level making a big move up in the center, and looks like that is Matthew Askren. So Matt Askren with the big move.
Kill, top pack.
Is that that's a 2-pack for sure, right?
Yep.
And then Hallowell's going to finish things off and get that last kill.
Level looks good, man.
Looking good.
Level looks good.
They're definitely not scared to go, that's for sure.
Oh, man, both of these teams are really entertaining to watch, man. Thank you, Aftermath. Thank you, Level. Well, man, it's got to feel good winning 2 points in a row for those Level guys, man. Good job, Pando.
That is a highlight reel run-through there for Matt Askren up the center for Columbus Level to blow that point open. Because I liked the move that we saw. So you can hear there's Iannucci who gets eaten up by Hallowell here in the Snake. So that's a kill for Ryan. But then the big move in the center. Zach Hill gets run down as Matt Askren just continues to go forward, untouched, and got a 2-pack to close it out. And then the last kill came from Hallowell, so Hallowell got a 2-pack as well. That's a great job there in their debut performance.
With their second point, Rich, when are you going to make your prediction?
Soon. I feel like you're pressuring me. We go with Infamous.
So Dynasty, yeah, and Dynasty needs to increase their survivability.
On the break, yeah, they need to stay alive on the break for sure. Obviously easier said than done. They take Dorito 3 over there. It looks like Infamous got a Snake player getting checked. He's alive. 5-on-5 breakout. Infamous with territory.
Yeah, Messer taking ground in that center again. It looks like Mikalski is at the tower in the center. Trying to put some pressure here on Dynasty. Here comes Yosh Rao as Yosh is going to come through and execute Brett Messer. That's a nice move. And then off of that, here comes Blake Yarber.
Oh, come on, Blake.
But the referee is going to follow him in and pull him out. So Blake hits the gas pedal. Doesn't work out, though. I don't see any bodies coming off for Infamous. So, yeah, it's a 3-on-4 situation here as Cody Chong, he's the only body in the Snake. Dynasty hasn't been able to get in there yet.
Yeah, Blake made a great move down the Doritos. He just sat so far off the back of the Dorito that he just got chewed up by the Infamous player in the Snake.
Free kill for Cody Chong as he shoots, looks like Scotty Kemp trying to get in there.
Yeah,
here comes Marcelo Margado, who's just been trying to fight out from that center this entire match.
Great fill again by Marcelo. All he does get caught in that corner. Infamous in a 4-on-1 situation. 1 player left for Dynasty again. I think it's Yosh Rao.
No, Yosh made the big move up in the
right.
center. I think it was Ryan back there
again?
Yeah,
I think it's Ryan maybe. Infamous looking really good here. I'm going to have to go with Infamous.
About it in the pre-show, because this field can have so many quick points, and you can shoot bodies on the break, and it looks like it is a very aggressive field. We don't know if defense can work yet. Yeah, we could see some comebacks. This field could be tailor-made for potential comebacks. We'll see if Dynasty can get it done. They're down by 2 right now.
Fingers crossed. More entertaining paintball, the better.
Selfishly, of course, we want to see some comebacks. I'm sure Infamous doesn't want any of that right now.
Right. Level, Snake on the break. Aftermath, Snake on the break. Both players with 1 up the center. Similar breakouts. Teams are starting to get this field dialed in a little bit. Wow, I love the Aftermath player. Went right down to Snake 4. He's on the 40-yard line now of level.
Yeah, that's Davey Simmons. And also,
the center wedge knows he's there.
Yeah, he does.
Wyatt had made a good move up in the center as well, too.
Right there. Ref's checking him. He is hit.
Yeah, he's lucky to get a penalty on that.
Yeah. When he turned around.
He flipped over, yeah.
So Davey's coming off. They also lost another body from that D side, too, as I think that might be Laser coming off.
Wow, level guys are so aggressive here on the Snake side.
Here we go.
He catches the Aftermath player cleaning his barrel out. Oh, he misses him. He misses the Aftermath guy, but guess what? He did miss him. Level's playing really well here, man. 3 players left alive going through here on the Snake side.
Yeah, and we keep saying different names. This time it was Danny Schroner coming down here. So multiple guys on Columbus level are stepping up here. Yeah, they dropped that first one, but they've been off to the races since then. Winning gunfights, kind of doing everything you need to do. They're playing the field aggressively. They're shooting bodies on the break. They're taking ground.
I just love the aggressive style. Like, both of these teams are taking big risks, hoping for big rewards.
Yeah, and like you guys talked about, obviously, with the way that Aftermath, after their 3rd place finishes, we see this run through here from Danny. Aftermath didn't have the best last 4 events. They're on a rebuild too now, so this is a great first game for both these squads.
Yeah.
You know, play the rookies out here if you're Aftermath and try to get a win. Obviously now they're going to have to come back, but for Level, this is also a good team to come out here and warm because you're not getting Impact or Heat or X Factor first, the Russians.
Yeah, you're not getting certain death first. Only probable death. Well, Dynasty needs to do something different, man. Infamous has been beating them on the Drio side, Snake side, and up the center as well.
So what you're saying is it's not looking good right now.
They've got to survive the break. You talked about that. They haven't been surviving the break. They've been losing not just 1, but usually 2 on the break.
I feel so bad for Marcelo. Every single point, he has had to do a desperation fill out to the Snake side. Every single point, 4 points in a row.
Yeah, he's made some great fills.
Another one. Arturo dead on the break.
So that time they decided to just run Arturo to the Snake off the break, but they do get a big kill on Greg Sewers. And Greg was trying to take some ground too.
Yeah.
So aggressive breakout for both squads. It costs them. It's 4-on-4. And looks like Infamous is now trapped 2 bodies in that back center.
Yeah, they've got 2 bodies in back center. They got one in the Snake tower and one in the Snake fill tower, center tower. So they're kind of stuck in that pocket. Dynasty's in the pocket over here on the Snake side, but they're pushing down the Doritos. Oh, they get out of the back center, but at the same time, Thomas Taylor gets shot. 3-on-4, advantage Dynasty now.
So this is it right now for Dynasty. I mean, they haven't dug themselves a gigantic hole quite yet.
Yeah, and Harrison Fry's down on his knees, so it's going to be hard for him to get out of that spot.
Yeah, Infamous is just tucked into their spots. Looks like a lot of pressure is being put on them. They don't look like they are looking to make a move out wide right now, which they need to. Al Harrison's up right now. He's potentially going to make that move.
He's like, all right, I'll do it, Matt. Yeah, and Infamous got a lead here, so they're not forced to make a position. That's a great fill if he gets out there. Great fill for Harrison. And he turns around, Toxa, guy behind him. Marcelo matches the move, comes out to the Snake. Both really good moves by both experienced players. Big fill to the corner there by Ryan Greenspan. 2 on the Snake side now for Dynasty against 1 Infamous player.
Marcelo in the Snake, and I think Marcelo just got that kill cross field. Beautiful job by Marcelo Margot here. And that's 2 bodies. Yeah, 2 bodies have now come off is Cody Mikowski and Callie Rudolph, and then here comes Marcelo to get himself a little 2-pack, and he shoots Harrison into the ground.
And looks at him for a while.
Stares at each other.
Man.
Stare off.
Harrison, yeah, that was me. I just shot you in the ground. How
to
you like that?
Harrison's credit, he popped back up real quick and gave him the nod, and then, but towering over him as he shot him into the ground, Marcelo was like, yeah, there you go.
Marcelo looked pretty manly there.
Nice job by Marcelo Margot. 2-pack for him.
I got to ask myself, did I think Infamous too soon, maybe?
You
Dynasty's you guys with this comeback story. Now Dynasty's coming back.
You said you were going to wait 5 points, and you only waited 4. So
thank you, Matt. You're right. And now I'm more confused. I'm more confused than I was earlier. I'm really not sure who's going to win this match. I'm sorry.
So here comes this beautiful move by Marcelo Margot, gunned up the whole time, gets the drop on
boom,
Harrison,
boom.
shoots Harrison to the ground, and then stands there and
him
he's
up,
like,
nice.
yep. And then Harrison jumps up, though. So and it was a 2-pack from Marcelo.
After a great fill across the field, he saved that game for Dynasty.
Yeah, so
he filled across and then went and killed the 2 key guys.
He's had to do it every single point. Good job by Ryan Greenspan to stay alive in that one, too. He filled out wide as well. So now Aftermath's going to have to do what Dynasty just did, is they're down 2 to the rookies, Columbus level.
They certainly need to do something different because Columbus levels got them figured out these last couple points. They're just matching their aggressiveness.
Yeah, both these teams are playing highly aggressive paintball right now, which is it's been fun to watch.
Thank you.
But Level is getting the better of them so far.
By 1 or 2 bodies. They've always got 1 or 2 bodies left alive.
It's very close. It's been close. The battles have been close, but that's this type of field.
Yes, I agree.
You only need 1 body left alive to hit that buzzer.
Wow, another completely different breakout with Level taking 2 positions up the center of the field and then secondarying to the Snake corner and the Snake.
Well, I'll tell you
Very
what.
interesting breakout.
Well, Rich, Rab, if you're Level, you have nothing to lose.
Nothing.
No one expects you to come out here and win this tournament.
So keep going.
Except for maybe your mom. But other than that, so yeah, they're playing
doing exactly
like the
what you're
rookies
supposed
should
to
play.
do, man. They're doing it. They're leaving out
That
the
should have been a
field.
penalty.
Aftermath players are walking all. We can't even come out fast enough here, and
The center brick guy on the drill side retreated to that tower. That was funny.
Little tiny bit better field position for Aftermath, though, as they have Davey Simmons and Snake 3, but that doesn't really mean much. It's all who's going to win this battle. And here comes Simmons is going to crawl up. Oh, get the free kill here. Beautiful job by Davey Simmons. And then, but here comes the attack from Level, running and gunning down that Dorito side. Gets the first one. He might be getting 2. What a beautiful 2-pack here for Level. See if Simmons can save it, though. As Simmons, he's going to hit the gas pedal, but he has a body in front of him. So unfortunately for Davey Simmons and Aftermath, oh, but Davey does get that kill. It doesn't matter as Hollowell was able to stay alive over here.
Level's looking really good, man. Counter punch, counter punch.
and like you said, they have nothing to lose. So put it all out there. At least get that first win and some pressures off of you.
Yeah, and if you're going to be in the Snake, would you rather sit there and have the dude crawl up and shoot you, or crawl up and shoot the guy in the Snake?
Or you both crawl up and shoot each other as you're crawling
Giddy up,
But
man.
either way, that's a better optic
That's
on
right.
it.
Go
On the
for it,
look.
young man.
Yeah, on this is the aggressor has definitely been it's been working.
Yeah.
Aggression's been working on this Snake side so far.
It's funny because in this Snake, we're not seeing any gunfighting. Once the guy establishes that he's entered the outside, the other guy just crawls the other way.
A few here or there,
Yeah.
but there's been a couple gunfight wins down the wire, but that's it. Mostly it has been move, counter move, move, counter move.
It's great, man. It's the human chess.
Yeah, I gotta tip my hat to Jason Trozen, our commissioner, and this beautiful layout that
He
he
finally did a
doing.
good field. Great job, Jason. That guy worked so hard to make this place look good. He was out here for 2 days.
Look at the grass. It's all
Amazing.
green, man. He was just out there spraying it all day, and getting it done.
That guy works really hard. Here we go. Infamous on the left, Dynasty on the right. Dynasty needs to do something different. Still down a point or 2.
That was a much better look for Dynasty in that
Much
last
better.
one. See if they can get a kill off the break. They do. They take out Brett Messer, trying to make it to the wedge. And it looks like Cody Chong was able to make it out wide.
And Dynasty survived the breakout, but then let Cody Chong in the Snake there.
And Cody might have got clipped as he crawled into Snake 2. The referee is going to run him down, and now Dynasty should know. But here comes the aggressive pushes. Yosh Rao is just putting people in and making big moves on the D side. He did run into a gun, but he's being followed up. And we'll see if that second player is going to get a kill. Yeah, he gets 1, gets 2. And that's going to be, look, that's Blake Yarber. So what a beautiful job by Blake Yarber to finish off the push on that
I think Dynasty
D
might win
side.
this match. I think Dynasty might win.
Oh yeah, you're changing. We said it was going to be a good match no matter what.
And we also talked about potential comebacks. These points are going by real fast.
It's almost like you guys saw the future.
And when points go by real fast,
Things happen.
Things happen.
You have time to work with for comebacks. And so Dynasty, even though it was a rough start to this one for them, couldn't keep anybody alive on the break. The first point they won was a low body win, but now things are starting to work out for them.
As soon as Rich made his pick, Dynasty's, oh, that's how it's going to be? Okay.
Yeah, that was the curse for Infamous. Way to curse Infamous, Rich.
I feel like they've cursed me before, so we're even. Here goes Level. Those guys, a young group of guys, they just must be loving life right now, playing their first pro match against a top pro team, and they're doing good. They just got beat in the first point, but have come back strong after that. They're attacking both tapes.
Well, I like that John Iannucci, the coach and owner of Aftermath, just called a timeout.
Smart. Yeah, you got to change that momentum if you can.
This momentum is going completely to Level's way. Again, it's not a completely terrible look for Aftermath.
No, every point's close. They're not getting blown out. But just like Aftermath blew them out that first point, they know they can beat them. They just don't know why they're not, so they take a minute to figure it out.
Absolutely. The score doesn't look like as close as it actually is. It's 4-1 right now on the score. There's still time left to go. This is an intelligent timeout to call. Slow the momentum down. Make these guys sit out there and think about their moves. Now you have another minute to talk about what you need to tighten up. But there's not a ton I would necessarily change about what Aftermath's doing. I just say, hey, guys, everyone needs to play 10% tighter. You're getting beat to the punch slightly, and we do need the aggression out of you here on the Snake side instead of you getting run down.
Like we used to say, hey, man, get to your bunker and just stay alive for 30 seconds, right? And just give us a chance to figure out what's going on. And then if you got to die, die, but trying to get somebody with you.
Yeah. So
right now they're not giving them that 30 seconds.
Yeah, but Level, what a beautiful look. And I mean, how many different names? We've said Ryan Hallowell, We've said Justin
Schoner.
Politi. We've said Tyler Dowiak. We've said Matthew Askren. There's Danny Schroner. Yeah, there's a lot of guys getting after it right now here for Columbus Level. What a great look for them here in their first match. Now the question is, can they keep it going? Because the road's long here in the Pro Division.
Shot in the leg.
But it's a great start so far.
Aftermath with 2 in the center bricks, crossing it up.
Ref going in and checking back player for Aftermath.
Aftermath with 1 in the snake. Level with 2. Oh, and he get caught. Aftermath gets caught going forward in the snake, playing aggressively.
Yeah,
Level loses 1 player at the back center.
Yeah, Davey Simmons died.
4-on-4, and here goes Aftermath on the Dorito side as well.
Yeah, Aftermath's past the 50-yard line on the D side. They have those 2 bodies at the center bricks, and they definitely have all the real estate. Now they need to play tight and get these kills. There goes another body coming off for Level, but at the same time, a body comes off. These bodies are dropping everywhere. Another body comes off for Level. Body for Aftermath. 2 bodies for Aftermath. 3 for Aftermath.
Aftermath's got 1 body left
1
alive.
left.
These are close points, and they're going. Bodies are dropping fast.
Wow. That was, I mean, I almost couldn't even talk fast enough.
I've never, ever heard you say that before. And I've known you for 60 years, bro. Here comes Dynasty and Infamous. These teams know each other really, really well. They've played against each other for years. They've played on each other's teams, on different teams, against each other. So it's a really good back-and-forth battle, not just on the field, but between Rusty and Travis in the pits as well, trying to figure out the counterplay to what they're going to do next, and what players playing well, what players not playing well.
Not a lot of coaches out here, opposing coaches, that know each other as well as Rusty Glaze and Travis Lemansky.
Yeah.
Rusty played with Travis for a long time.
Yep.
At one
That's
time,
one
I
of
thought
my
they were a
mistakes.
couple.
One of my mistakes is recruiting and bringing Rusty onto Avalanche. That's
Big mistake.
That's a big one.
I did the same thing on Excessive.
Who was your mistake?
Rusty on Avalanche. I mean,
Oh,
on
man,
Excessive.
so
No, I'm just
you
kidding.
made it twice.
That's right.
No, Rusty.
Rusty was a hell of a player.
He
back
was.
in the
He
day.
he's worked hard and
He's a good dude.
he loves the
Yeah.
sport.
Good
He
dude, very
absolutely loves it.
passionate, very
He's involved with
knowledgeable.
USA Paintball right now.
So now tie game here, 3-3 on
Ryan
the
Greenspan
score.
walking off immediately on that snake corner.
But
And they lose Tyler Harmon as well, so that's
Dynasty down 2.
5-on-3 body count for Infamous.
Might be losing, looks like Infamous might be losing Sewers out of that back center, though.
Sewers
as
having a
he's
hard
getting
time staying
checked.
alive. Good
look-
field to the corner for Marcelo.
He's good. Yeah, Marcelo, another good fill. And then they get Arturo into the snake. Harrison Bryan, the snake for Infamous, though. And I think Infamous has a 1-body advantage right
No,
now.
I think it's a 5-on-3.
Is it a
4-on-3?
5-on-3?
4-on-3?
4-on-3. Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
see
saying.
the
1-body
4.
advantage.
I
Who
don't.
did Infamous lose?
Yeah.
I didn't see
Unless
anybody
he's
walk
hiding
off.
somewhere on that.
I think he's on the Dorito side. I think it's a 5-on-3.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is a 5-on-3 situation because Infamous has a body at
Oh,
the
here it
brick.
is. He's at the brick.
Back corner bunker on
Yeah.
the D side and 2 in the snake. And yeah, it's
It's 5-on-3.
full complement of players here for Infamous.
But Dynasty's in the spots that you'd want them to be in, probably. Other than Arturo going forward right now, Dynasty can't lose a body right now. So Arturo's got to be careful.
Well, he can come here and take a shot across.
Look at Harrison Fry turning around backwards. If Arturo comes up and shoots it, he's gonna. Oh yeah, come on, Harrison, get in the game, man.
Well, Harrison, that's the second time he's been punked out like
Got
that.
Up on bodies and he's
And
turning
he-
around backwards.
Arturo Andrade, 2-pack for him to put Dynasty
And here comes a 3.
back
Here's
into
a
this
3-body.
point. Thomas Taylor, though, the veteran's going to run down. Got to be careful not. That's going to say that's going to be a
Oh,
major
yeah.
penalty on
That
Arturo.
sprinkler system.
Oh, that's a terrible spin.
Oh, then Infamous loses their last body and a penalty. It's gonna be a no point.
No,
Nope.
Yosh Rao is still alive.
The Yosh Rao, as usual, like I
He's
said.
supposed to get pulled. They haven't pulled him
Go
yet.
Yosh,
They're
go
going to get
Yosh.
him.
Go ring the buzzer before they get you, Yosh. That's too bad. It's gonna be a no point.
Well, Yosh Rao was fighting
Someone
mightily
should
out there.
Whoever's down in this match right now needs to concede the point. Because they're just losing game points. It's game time right now. There they go. They conceded it. That was an interesting match with the penalties. Arturo was playing amazing and just made a bad mistake with that penalty.
Still some time left here in this one. It's tied up. There's a no point. 6:30 left to go. What a great job.
Tied up?
Yeah, it's
I say both teams are winning.
well, let's look at this move here. So Harrison is completely turned around and talking to Thomas Taylor when
Not
he
shooting
gets
his
punked
gun,
out.
not doing anything.
And then he got another awesome kill. Thomas was like, "We can't have this anymore."
Yeah, Tom was like, that's enough of that.
But Arturo did have a pretty legit spin that I definitely would have called a penalty on. Let's look at it. So he's shooting down the wire. Here comes Thomas Taylor, gets that shot in on him, and then he spins. Now,
Yeah.
I don't see the paint on Arturo.
He shot him right before. Oh.
That's what I'm questioning
Yeah, on
here.
Thomas I saw the paint.
I mean,
didn't
it
see
was
on Arturo.
absolutely a spin, and
Yeah.
Thomas was right next to him. So if yeah, there's the hit on his leg right there. So, yeah, you just can't spin like that, man. It doesn't look good. You're right in front of all the referees.
It doesn't look good. It
got-
doesn't
look
feel
good.
good.
Doesn't look good.
It's not
Doesn't
a good
feel
look.
good. Poor Yosh, because Yosh was about to win that point.
Yosh like,
Well,
I got
Yosh-
this, guys. I got this.
Fortunate turn of events for Dynasty.
Man,
but
what a
also
good
for
match,
Infamous.
though, right?
Yeah, what a great match.
What's happening? Like you said, you're speaking too fast, Matt. We can't keep up.
There's a lot going on out here. It's trying to download all the
Hey,
information.
can you imagine being the referees around out there trying to figure out what's going down?
Like I said, will the
this is gonna
referees
be a
be
tough
able to
field to
keep
ref.
up with this chaos that's going to happen on this field?
It's going to be tough for him,
And we're
man.
only our second set of the day.
Yeah, wait till Sunday afternoon. The refs are like, come on, guys. Seriously, quit moving around so much.
There was
We
a
are
ref
going to
that-
see a lot of this all weekend long. Thank you guys
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us here at the 2020 NXL Las Vegas Open. Still a lot more paintball to play. Houston Heat is going to be coming up next, taking on Uprising Impact, playing their brother team DMG. And you're going to have to head on over to GoSports.com and to watch those battles and the rest of the weekend. So here we go. The rookies level looking pretty outstanding against Aftermath.
As good as you can expect, right?
Hey,
D3 on the break.
Looks like 5 live bolt squads. Nope, I say that Aftermath using their snake one.
Looks like they might be losing that center tower guy, too. He's in there tight. Guess not. They lose. Aftermath loses their first Dorito player and their center brick. Aftermath down to only 2 players left alive now, both in the center of the field, one in the center can.
Level just coming down both sides. It's about to be game over right here. Point. And that's it for this point.
Yeah, level.
Level left with 3 guys left alive.
They're just putting it on right now.
It's honestly, it's like they're not even playing paintball. They're just doing like a 30-second drill and it's working.
Yeah, I'd say we need to win 30-second points. So just put guy in and go.
Hey, listen, if you're
And that's
the
what they're
least
doing.
experienced team in the league, the best chance you have is chaos. If you sit back and relax and try to outsmart, outthink, and outgunfight the better teams, you're definitely going to lose.
There's definitely a couple ways. I totally agree with you. There are a couple ways to look at that, though, because if you are if I'm Heat and I'm playing level, I wouldn't mind playing a bunch of points because the more repetitions I get with my experience,
The better you're gonna be on Sunday.
Well, that and also the better chance that we're gonna prevail.
Right.
You know, if you play 10 points against level in your Heat, you should probably win that game.
Right.
Unless level's just playing lights out. But the way that level's playing,
It's hard to play that, man. It's
It's-
hard to counterpunch when they're already in your bunker.
yeah, and another thing that's interesting too is having a deep roster is going to be a benefit out
Fresh.
here if you're going to
If
play.
you're running
if
all
you're
day
playing-
long.
Yeah, if you're playing a ton of points out here.
Yeah.
So when you
AC
say,
Dallas.
it's just it took words right out of my mouth. AC Dallas only really has 6 guys here, so. I mean, I'm hoping those guys have been doing their cardio and that nobody
I hope
gets
they've been
hurt.
spending some gym time, and luckily for them, it's good weather. It's not super hot.
Yes.
If you're trying to run six guys in like a Chicago or a Texas event, come on, man, that's rough.
Yeah, but it's not going to be hot today, but it is going to be in 77, 78 later on this afternoon.
That's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
And they're from Texas.
Come on,
so
man.
that's not hot.
Yeah.
This isn't going to bother them.
Yeah, you can't ask for better weather than you can out here.
Yeah, when you go out to Texas and it's the middle of summer and you're playing on turf and your cleats are melting because it's 140 degrees, yeah, AC Dallas should be used to whatever heat that
Some guys bring
March
practice
in
cleats.
Vegas can throw at
They
them.
actually bring practice cleats because they don't want to ruin their cleats, their event cleats, because they get melted off.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
No, thank you.
so yeah, they breed them tough down in Texas,
Well,
but
it's not-
they're going to need that toughness here with only 6 guys.
Yeah, well, and they're playing boots too, so it's tough.
So it looks like maybe a little
Technical,
timeout called,
yeah.
technical timeout called. But this is as close as it gets. It's locked up 3-3 here with still a little bit of time left on this clock.
A lot of pressure though, right? Tied up match, kind of
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah, a comeback from Dynasty. So Dynasty, you probably have to say, has the momentum right now. But still with, I think it's like 4.5 minutes left to go-ish, then
Are you changing your pick now?
No, I still think. Who am I picking?
I don't know.
you
Yes.
got to tell me, man. Who you got?
The winner. I picked the winner. I think the momentum's probably on Dynasty's side here, but Infamous has been playing really well, man. I'm just really happy for a really, really good match.
Yeah.
I've got friends on both teams, respect both teams, great guys, but
Well, you think that they're your friends, but they
Wh-
actually don't think
acquaintances.
they're- Yeah.
Acquaintances. So, but it seems like the general theme here so far with all these teams is survivability on the break, right?
Yeah.
Who wins that breakout, and then who can figure out what happened after the chaos.
But it's just tough. There's only so many places to hide out there,
That-
and if you don't take the ground and you don't make your shot,
You
and
get
the
stuck
other
in the
team,
pocket.
you get
Yeah,
stuck,
it's the age-old battle, pocket or no pocket.
Yeah, so and that we're just going to continue to see this play out the rest of the weekend. I don't think it's going to change that much. The one thing that's been interesting so far in these morning games is we're still in a little bit of a technical timeout here. Is the ability of the center being a little bit more, I wouldn't say dominant, but a little bit more offensive minded.
If you
some
can
of the
get
people
up
were
to
talking
the
about.
center before the snake is hot,
Right.
then it makes it really hard hard to get into the snake.
I think that is a great tactical decision, game plan wise, though, for the coaches this morning, because so much emphasis in the practices
been on the
yesterday.
snake.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about how dominant the snake's
And
going to be,
we're
D-side.
We're
and then,
seeing a lot of guys getting there and crossing up and protecting. Like you said, if they get there early enough, they can stop those guys moving out the Dorito side and that snake side. So, but if their back guys get eliminated quick, which some of them are having that happen to, then it's bad news.
Or
for
like
those
you
guys.
see when they make the snake and you guys are already crossed up in there, and the guy just comes down and shoots you both in the back.
Yeah.
yeah. And in this next set that's coming up, Uprising's going to need to wake up, man, because they just got murdered by Edmonton Impact in their first game. Again, it's tough with Uprising because they're just like they had at Cup. They had 2 hard games, Impact and AC Dallas, but he won both those games at World Cup.
Convincingly.
So now they have to play Heat next, our defending world title holders and the champions from World Cup. So
And they played them at Cup. I mean, they had them. They just couldn't hold on.
Teams
when
are
he
switching
came
sides.
Back, so.
Teams are
So
switching
I
sides and
think
going back
that,
to where
they
they
just
started
did maybe a little just because we got Jason down here going and looking at the replay, making sure they get all those calls
Well,
right.
it was a no point, so
Yeah.
on a no point you play the same side
Yes,
again.
yeah. The only time the teams switch sides is when a point is scored, and then they will switch sides every single point as long as the
It
point
doesn't
is
happen that often, so teams a lot of times forget and go stand in the pit that they are opposed to.
Yeah, but when you have a major like that, they want to go and make sure that they're getting the calls
Yeah.
right. So yeah, Dynasty will be again always wearing that their blue jerseys. They'll be on the left, and then Infamous with the gray going to be on the right.
Here we go.
So important point here.
Big point, man.
This is you want to come out of this first game with a win, especially when you're playing one of the better teams. But that's the thing. It's Dynasty's bracket. They have AC Dallas, Infamous, Aftermath, and Level. And I'm actually now, as Aftermath and Level, as aggressive as those teams are playing,
it's a
I
tough
want to
bracket.
watch every game that they play.
Yeah.
Level has to play AC Dallas next, so that's a little bit more of a, AC Dallas is a. I wouldn't say they're super conservative. They have a lot of guys that can play aggressive on that team, but that's been a little bit of their MO for some years, and they did lose Brad. So now it's going to be, what is Logan going to do playing that spot for, playing Brad McCurley's
And
spot.
can Level survive AC's breakout?
Oh yeah, that's going to be huge.
Because AC's, if not the best, one of the best teams shooting on the break.
Harrison Fry walking out for Infamous right now, so 5-on-4 body advantage for Dynasty and there, and Snake win with Arturo.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor tries to fill out to that back corner bunker snake side, and it looks like he makes it clean, but they do get Arturo into the snake. There comes Blake Yarber. He's going to go into D2. Thomas then now launches, and he gets into the snake, and he's going to get into that lane.
Yeah, Thomas has to play smart here because usually, when the first snake guy goes in, he can attack because there's 2 or 3 guys behind him, but there's nobody behind Thomas. So Thomas, if he dies here, it's going to leave the whole snake side available for Dynasty to push
he
down.
Stayed in that lane, so he didn't need to cross over, and he did.
Yeah, he needed to play defensively in there instead of offensively, just because he was the only guy on this side of the field.
So here comes Dynasty.
Arturo's going to come all the way down. Look, he knows the field well. He can come up, block out the center guy. Dynasty loses Tyler Harmon, or no, Blake Yarber over on the Dorito side.
So Arturo is now on to Infamous' side of the field.
Being very methodical.
It was a big kill for Infamous to get Blake off.
And
that
Arturo
D side.
knows where Kevin is now, so he's going to pop up here and try to get that shot at Kevin, and he just does.
And he's going to get center.
And he's going to get another free
2-pack.
kill.
And then once he finds that guy in the corner, he's probably going to shoot him too.
So other than that penalty that we saw out of Arturo, he's playing really well right now.
Yes, he's making up for that penalty by winning this point.
And so is Marcelo Morgat. Marcelo Morgat is having a game right now.
Yeah.
No early deaths out of
Nope,
Marcelo.
nope.
Great fills
Yep.
into guns.
Making the moves when
Yeah.
he needs to make the moves.
Running guys
Even if
down.
it doesn't work, he's still doing the right things. A couple of those points, it didn't work for him, but he was doing the right things. The story of that game there, though, unfortunately, was Thomas going forward. And I usually like Thomas going forward, but you can't go forward against 3 guns when you're the only guy on that tape. So either the game plan was lacking or Thomas just took the ball and ran with it when he should have stayed back there a little bit.
Well, Dynasty talked about how they had the momentum, see if they could keep it up after the way that last point ended. But man, Arturo shook off that major, no big deal. Goes into the snake and just...
Yeah, that's why I picked Dynasty to win the match.
You're such a sage.
I know things
I
about
got
paintball.
profit, Rich. Paintball profit. So Dynasty, though, this game's not over. 1 point lead, still some time left.
You're making it so hard.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot. We can see a lot of points out here.
I
this
could watch
weekend.
Aftermath and Level play all day long.
It's been fun.
If they kept playing like they were playing, man.
absolutely.
I'm really struggling to keep up and watch what's going down and how the counter moves, and it's tough, man.
It's been a pleasure to watch 2 aggressive teams.
Yes, thank you to both you teams and
race
both
to
your
the
coaches.
50s and then just run each other down constantly. Yeah, not a lot of fear in these 2 squads right here.
Go breakout Level going to snake corner.
Again,
Final 5. Up, nobody gets taken out. Going in, he loses another play. So both players on level on the snake side are gone. 5-on-3 battery advantage right now.
This is what Aftermath needed. They have a chance now. Down by 2. They have a high body situation. They're taking ground in the center, and now crawling up in the snake is Iannucci hits the deck, crawls all the way past the 50-yard line, gets onto level side of the field. Level on that red side. Aftermath on the blue
Iannucci
side.
gets the kill. Center of the field.
Yeah, nice kill there from Iannucci. And then the level, that was not the best fill out right there, but hey, not much he can do in this situation.
Yeah, that was a bad game plan for level. They put 5 guys across the back of the field. They lost 2 early, and then Aftermath just came down the field.
Zach Hill comes up and trades out with that last body, so.
Aftermath wins that point with 4 bodies left alive. Level just, they're playing well when they attack, but when they sit back, it doesn't look like they can handle Aftermath. They get on the gas and get off the brake.
And that's one of the questions out here. How defensive of a posture can you take when you have a lead out in this specific
And it's going to be different for every team. Like Impact is going to be able to figure out how to lock it down. Damage might figure out how to lock it down.
If Damage, AC Dallas, or Impact has a 3 or 4 point lead, that could be a different lockup story than, or if say, level.
Yeah, or if the Russians are like, hey, man, we're going hard pocket, they're going hard pocket, you're going to have to figure it out, man. Because if you send anybody outside, you're going to get zipped up.
Yeah.
Infamous has got to come back here. They played some really, really good points. It's been a good back-and-forth match, but Dynasty's got the momentum now. They've won the last couple points convincingly. Harrison Fry needs to stay alive and clock in this game. The last 2 points, he's struggled a little bit.
Well, he's got to realize when he's in the snake, you got to keep your head on.
Hey, man,
swivel, man.
I pat him on the back for talking to the guy behind him, but don't turn around and have a full conversation. Hey, Thomas, I'm going to go forward and kill somebody later.
Not in this snake. No
like,
way.
hey, Thomas, what are you putting in your hair, man? It looks amazing.
There's still 5:13 left in this game. We still got a lot of time left to go.
Both players, Harrison Fry, and it looks like Arturo's walking off, so
4 on 4. Dynasty loses, Infamous loses another player out of the center of the field.
Center.
Yeah, it's Cody Minkowski.
3 on 4.
So Dynasty with another body advantage right now here in a 1-point lead. There, Dynasty on your screen, but still doubling up that back center. Greenspan looks like he wants to get out of there.
Or Marcelo's going to go across.
Yeah, Marcelo with another nice fill up and out.
And immediately goes forward into that snake. Oh, they caught him there, so now he's holding back in snake 1.5. Greg Sewers moves back to that temple.
The adjustment that it seems Dynasty's got is they're locking down Greg Sewers on that Dorito side.
They
as
kill
I say
Greg.
that, they take out Greg, because Greg in the beginning of the match was just doing what he wanted down that Dorito side. Right now, they've got him in check.
Dynasty has done a great job of altering what their looks out here and definitely putting guns the right way to control the aggressive front players here for Los Angeles Infamous on both sides of the field.
Yeah, it's 4 on 2, and unfortunately, Infamous needs to concede this point here. Otherwise, Dynasty's going to burn up the whole clock and not give Infamous a chance to come back out.
With the bodies that Infamous has, if they do lose a Harrison or a Greg, they still have to find a way to push up the field. Now, Thomas has been doing it on the snake side, but they got to find a way to do it on the D side, too.
Again, concede the point, save your time, and try to get back in this match, guys.
Well, Callie did look real fast running and gunning out to this back corner in a desperation run out, but unfortunately for Infamous, he did get picked off. But
you got to be really fast to play 3-1 against Dynasty.
What a great recovery here from Dynasty. They were not looking good in the beginning.
And again,
of this
Marcelo,
match.
the guy that came over the snake and kind of saved that point for Dynasty. Didn't necessarily save it, but won it for him by coming over this way.
And again, that adjustment is they've really locked down the Dorito side for Infamous, and now they're strong on the snake side right now.
And they're staying alive on the break.
And we're not seeing Cody Chung going to the snake at all. They kind of said, okay, we're not going to send you there anymore. So they're kind of conceding that, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, it is a little strange. They had Cody and Thomas early going, and the aggression was working out great. They had Harrison in here too. But then Dynasty really tightened it up. Again, that's not a giant surprise. We are talking about San Diego Dynasty, so they did make a great recovery in this match. Now they have a 2-point lead. But this is one that when Infamous goes back and watches, if you're playing Dynasty out the gate, you got your new revamped lineup, and you can get a win there, that's a big statement to the league. But they're kind of falling apart a little bit here.
Yeah. Interesting to see if Level goes back and plays offensive or tries to play defensive again. They take D3 on the break. Aftermath with center wedge and the snake tower and the snake on the break.
Well, Level does lose a body here, snake side, and as they lose another body at the back center and another one. 3 quick deaths as Aftermath is trying to come back right now. They need 2 to tie.
Yeah, they are coming back.
Aftermath going on
oh, 2 Aftermath players get killed by the snake guy. And then he pays for it.
There's still a lot of time left in this game.
And 3-on-1 Aftermath wins this point.
So now Aftermath's only
back and
down
forth,
by
man.
1.
So they're down 1 now.
okay, there's like 8 minutes left in this
Yeah.
game, and its
Wow.
score is 5-4.
Yeah.
More, please. More.
The score could be, it could be
Give
10
me more.
it could be-
Feed me.
At this rate, it could be 10-8.
I'm not bored.
No, it's been
Man,
interesting.
it's way harder to talk through a 1-2 match or a 3-2 match than it is a 5-4 match.
Yeah, no, it's just been fun to watch them
Yeah.
play. Again, these guys have nothing to lose. You have these rookies out here who are just getting
Rolling
after
the
rolling the
dices.
dice. I don't like the defensive posture that Level
No.
took in those last couple
But
points.
hopefully they figure that
It's
out.
been great for Aftermath, though.
Yeah, they
So
enjoyed it.
Aftermath's like, oh, great, you guys are going to hide in the back. We'll just win a
Perfect.
couple gunfights and run down and win this 3-on-1. So, yeah, it's been good to see for Aftermath, and now they're 1 point away and still a bunch of time left. This could be a ridiculously high-scoring game here if it continues to go back and forth and we,
We
don't
can
have
hope.
any long
We
points.
can hope.
That's when.
How
when
great
we
would
get
this
to
weekend be?
Point 8 or 9, Rich will make his predictions.
Yeah. Wow, running and shooting into the snake for Infamous. Dynasty again loses Arturo over here on the snake side early. Yoshrao fills the snake tower. Marcelo's in the insert bunker next to the snake 1. Cody's all the way up in the snake now. Trades out with Ryan Greenspan. Oh, and Infamous gets a flag from the Dorito side of the field.
Penalty assessed on Mike Waring, and that's going to pull out Messer.
Brett Messer gets pulled out. Infamous down to just 2 players left alive. Oh, Ryan walks out, though. Yoshrao and Marcelo over here on the snake side for Dynasty.
And then Mikowski does a little damage control run back, but he gets stitched up. And so good job by Yoshrao and Marcelo again. Wow, just looks like Blake is coming off. There's still one body left alive in the back corner bunker here.
Yeah, it's 2-on-1. Dynasty with the advantage. Infamous wheeling deal. I think it's Callie over there in the open, just wheeling and dealing. Oh, and he catches.
Yes, he caught him, but he gets caught too.
They trade. Yeah, Yosh and Callie trade, leaving Marcelo to hang that flag.
Unless Marcelo, I mean, Yosh was
Marcelo's
having
alive.
a standoff essentially with Callie.
Yeah, Marcelo just wasn't sure if there was a body left alive or not.
Marcelo is playing a masterful game right
And he's
now.
playing the whole field. That game he ended up in the Dorito side. Yeah, he's playing really well. Good time, really good timing, man.
Well, at one point in time, Dynasty was down 1-3, and now they're up 6-3.
I think Dynasty's going to win for sure.
Make up your mind, Rich.
I'm positive.
30 seconds.
So
I'm more interested to see who wins this game, though.
yeah, this one's getting interesting. Aftermath still has a tiny bit of ground to make up. They're
And
still down by 1.
It's just amazing. Like, this is kind of the beginning of these stories for these guys, right? Like, how's the beginning of your story going to start? Like, we got smashed. It was horrible. Or, hey, man, we went out with blow for blow and had an amazing first match. And we won by a point or we lost by a point, but it was amazing. You
It's
know?
like when you watch an MMA fight and they just roll out there and just start playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
yeah, you're like,
from
thank
the
you.
first bell.
Yeah. Everyone's cheering.
You're like, oh, we got our money's worth for this one. Yeah, so that's kind of what this game has been like, except for the last couple points with Level. They've hit the brakes, and it has not worked out.
5 alive both squads, and they're both in the snake 1.
Similar positions. Aftermath loses the first player from the Drew side of the field.
And now they're going to try to filter another body in the snake. 2 bodies in the snake currently for Aftermath. And here goes the push with Zach Hill up in the center. Aftermath's going to lose another body, though, as Iannucci takes the walk. So they still have Davey Simmons over here. He's got a body right in front of him.
Yeah, 3-on-5 advantage here for Level. Aftermath does have field position with 1 in the 40 and 1 in the center 50 brick. Center 50 bricks get pressure, though, from the snake side. He gets a G. Oh, and the snake player for Aftermath is eliminated.
Yeah, so Level loses another one. They're from the D side. Simmons comes off from the snake side, and it continues to be a bloodbath.
Only one left
and
for
there
Aftermath.
goes Zach Hill. Yeah, so Zach Hill coming off. So Level going to give a little bit of a buffer for this lead here if they can close this point
Yes,
out.
it's 3-on-1. Aftermath's got 1 player left alive in the Dorito corner. He's about to get zipped up here from the snake player. And Aftermath concedes the point.
Would you say peppered him up?
Peppered him up nice. I'm definitely watching that again. If my boss lets me go to bed before like 12 tonight, I'm watching that.
Oh, you didn't go to bed at 9?
I don't want to talk about it, okay?
So how was your drive to Fry's?
It was amazing. I went in there. That's the biggest place I've ever been in my life. And
yeah,
I've never felt more out of, like, uncomfortable. Like, I didn't know who to ask, what to go. I'm like, hey, excuse me, I'm not a nerd. I don't know where to go or what to do. I'm sorry. Can you please help me? I'm asking for stuff that I don't really know what it is. It could be, like, lithium or something. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It could be some space dust.
It is the biggest. It's got so many aisles and not enough people to help you.
There was one dude in red shirt, and, like, I'd see him at the end of the aisle. By the time I get there, he'd be at the end of another aisle. It was like the Matrix, man.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
I am, too.
What, Darren sent you to get some paste or something?
Some kind of CPU flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor, yeah.
The lithium crystals.
I saw him throwing bananas in the flux capacitor this morning.
It just feeds on organic material. So what does Infamous got to do, guys? They've had some really good points out here, but obviously they're losing this match to Dynasty, as I predicted.
Infamous is... There's Dynasty's putting a little bit more pressure on Infamous now, and they're getting those crucial kills on their front players. So in the beginning of the match, when you had Infamous with Greg pushing the issue on the D side, they were pushing the issue with multiple bodies here in the Snake, but then Dynasty started tightening up. They're not losing as many bodies. Right. They're shooting bodies of their own. They're starting to play aggressive. Arturo's had some really good points.
They're keying up on Arturo, though. They've shot him the last 2 times in the break.
That's true, but Marcelo's been stepping up. Yosh.
I was going to say, you know who I would key up on if I was Infamous? The kid with the gray beanie. Marcelo.
Yeah,
he's the guy that's pulling these games out. And a lot of times you don't pick up on that. You always look for those front guys, but it can be that too that's pulling those points out. And if you can get a quick G on that guy, it makes a big difference.
I don't want to jinx Marcelo, but
too late.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've seen him have one bad death out here this entire match. Every time he's been shot, it's been him trying to stay alive while bodies are dropping around him.
And more importantly, whether they're winning or losing those points, he's making the right moves. And just because you make the right moves doesn't mean you're always going to win, but at least you have that chance. Great move by Thomas Taylor going right into Snake 3. Infamous does lose one player behind him. Well, this is what I like to see Thomas Taylor doing, pushing right down the Snake.
But it looks like they are going to take out Arturo Andrade here.
Again, 3 points in a row on the break.
Yeah, but let's see if they can filter in Greenspan this time, and they do. But Thomas Taylor now eats up Marcelo Margot, and now he's going to run down and shoot Ryan into the ground. And it looks like Yosh is going to take out Thomas, but not before he did his damage.
And he got a kill. And he got a kill on Brett.
Here comes a penalty on Cody Mikowski.
Oh, Cody, yeah.
Yosh Rao might be saving another point here. Here comes Greg Sewers doing a lot of damage control. There's still another body left.
Tyler Harmon.
Dynasty. Tyler Harmon on the D side.
Yeah, Greg Sewers is playing against Tyler Harmon and Yosh Rao. That's a tough one, too, especially with Dynasty up a point.
Greg is a monster gunfighter, so he's going to hope that Dynasty engages him one body at a time. And he's doing a good job of repositioning into different spots, but then he gets clipped cross field.
Yeah,
I think Tyler might have got that kill from the way that angle of paint
was
spraying off him, but
Travis should be conceding this, trying to save that clock.
Yeah, or maybe it was Yosh.
I think it was Yosh, just on this side of the hopper.
It is on that side of the hopper.
He was looking at Tyler when he came across, and I think that's how Yosh got him.
So
it looks like Travis and Infamous was maybe just conceding this match, letting it go.
They're
down by 4.
Yeah, down by 4 now. There still was some time left, but not. I mean, there's under 2 minutes on the clock here. It just
still though, you got to get reps, right? I mean, you got to play other matches. You got to figure out what's going wrong. I feel like they should try to save as much time as they can and get as many reps in against Dynasty as they can. Not for this match, but for their following matches, whoever they're going to play in the future.
Well, also another thing you got to keep in mind, though, is point spread. Because if you do go 2-2 and you get blown out,
right? That's true.
If they start running some points up against Dynasty and they get, because now it's be a 4-point spread, I think Travis is like, okay, let's just stop the bleeding.
Let's just slow this down as much as we can.
We're going to stop the bleeding. Obviously,
we'll pretend like this match didn't happen.
Yeah, we're going to. Oh, is that it?
Oh.
What?
They just got a penalty. A red flag just went up. They got a penalty.
Wait, what? What just happened? I saw the ref throw something.
I think they chronoed him possibly. Here we go. We're going to find out here in a second.
Well, let's look at this replay here.
Maybe he had a hit on him.
Is checking out Yosh.
How is that a major, though?
It's like, sorry, bud. You got a hit on you. And
that's ridiculous.
Flag.
And more for the fact that they didn't check each other.
Yeah, but honestly, man, that's the referee controlling the game. Like, if you would call penalty there, you call minor. You don't call major. In my opinion, that's just dirty pool.
So apparently Dirty Hang is the call on the field. So Dynasty will start down 1, which is probably one of the more interesting turn of events, considering that it looked like Infamous was just giving up on that game.
Yeah, I thought so too.
The paintball god's like, no, you guys are still going to play.
Hey, you know what? Get back in there, champ. I don't want to. Get back in there. You need to learn your lesson. Aftermath and Level, the most entertaining match of the day so far.
Yeah, very aggressive from both of these young squads.
Yeah, and matches like this make me want to learn about the players in these teams. Like, hey, man, who's making these big moves? Who's entertaining people in paintball? Who's not afraid to go out there and wamble a little bit?
Well, we've mentioned quite a few names on both of these teams. Aftermath has had a bunch of guys trying to go and get after it, and same with Level. So I've been very impressed with the way that this game has been played so far. And there's still like 5,000 minutes left.
And there's only 8 minutes left.
Yeah, so they are reviewing. So they are going to review that and then maybe put the time back on the clock is the information I'm getting downstairs.
right, so
Aftermath loses 2,
on the
both
break.
snake side.
Levels 5 alive.
Wow, somebody had something dialed
That's
in.
3.
Yeah, Level chucks a hand grenade over to Aftermath side of the field.
No, that's a carpet bomb.
That B-52 that was flying over
That's right.
yesterday,
Came
man.
and strafe their line, and they're going to immediately
That's it.
concede the point.
Yeah, that's a good concede. You lose 3 guys on the break, you might as well save some time.
And look, for Level to come out, and if they can pull this win, that going into that, who's their next match against?
The next match, Level's going to be playing AC Dallas.
Another easy game.
So, yeah, not going to get much easier here
But
as
hey,
things go forward for
if you can
Level.
pull a win right now,
Yeah, at least you're going in with
like,
confidence.
Hey, I got to win. We
Yeah.
can play here.
We know some of our stuff is working.
Yep, and let's go.
We know we belong.
Yep.
Yeah, playing professional paintball is not easy. Starting a team, building a team is not easy, and I
And then,
have a
then
lot of
when
respect for
you
anybody
get
who
to the pro
tries.
division, it's surviving.
Yeah.
And when you're a new team, you got to survive. And you got to know that these next 3 years are going to be.
Yeah, you're so
rough.
caught up in just everything going on in the beginning that like you really don't have a fair chance, you know? Just like the wonder of it all. And it takes you a few events to kind of be like, all right, I deserve to be here. I knew these dudes are better than me. I need to work hard. What are they doing better than we are? What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? And then stick together, man, and work it out.
Yep.
Because it ain't easy. As Dynasty just found out.
No.
Yeah, so
They got 5 bodies out there, Matty.
But we
It,
do
well,
know
it's
that-
under
no, they
it's
got
under
6
review.
bodies.
It's under review.
Okay.
And it looks like there should be around a minute left, is what Infamous was saying, but
3-point match, 4-point match.
it's a 2-point match now.
Ooh, that makes a
was,
difference.
It was going to be a 4-point match.
That makes a difference.
It's now a 2-point match,
Wow.
and that opens up the floodgates for the attack here for Infamous. Still down by 2 with not a lot of time left. They are going to be forced into a reckless attack situation.
Well,
Which we haven't seen
if they
yet.
can get Thomas in the snake and Thomas can come down and get a couple quick kills, or Gray can get down the Doritos and get a couple quick kills, then they're fine. But if it's a long, slow match, it's going to be tough, especially if Dynasty survives the breakout.
Yeah, so we're still awaiting official confirmation to see if Dynasty will be starting down a body. And then
If they're starting off a body, they should start off. Tyler's been playing really good on Drio's side. Marcelo's got to be in there. Ryan's got to be in there. Arturo's got shot the last 3 games on the break. So if I had to sit somebody, I think I'd sit Arturo.
Or maybe give him a different route.
Well, I've seen him run a couple different routes. They're just keying up on him, man.
Yeah, I mean, he had a couple really good points, but I think that it is going to be a little feast or famine for some of these front players, depending
yeah.
on the route and
Yeah,
who's shooting
yeah.
the lane. But
And your confidence based on how many times you've been shot. Like, if
Yeah.
you've been shot 3 times in a row trying to go snake, the 4th time, it's tough, man.
yeah, absolutely.
Like,
But if you don't have any aggression on the snake side, it's gonna be
You're tough,
curtains
yeah.
for you.
You have to be in the snake. You can't just sit back there. And it's funny
And
because
as
it
we
seems
go-
like everyone's feeling it from that tower, you know, the inside tower a lot.
And as we get to those games
And they
tomorrow
are-
and Sunday, that's when you're really going to need to get in that snake.
Or-
So they are going to be sitting Arturo, it looks like,
Yeah, that's what I would say.
and I think Yosh as well. So it's going to be Blake and Tyler, Ryan
3.
and Marcelo out there for Dynasty. This is an opportunity right now for Infamous.
Yeah. Infamous needs to survive the breakout here, not get any penalties, and push either Dorito or Snake side, whichever they have the option.
Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, everything, the call stands. Dynasty down 1. That's what we thought was going to happen. So can Infamous push into the 4 guns out there? Dynasty down 20% of their firepower currently.
Yeah, Dynasty cannot lose anybody on the break here. They got Blake and Tyler over there on the D side, looks like. Ryan probably in the middle, and Marcelo over here somewhere on the Snake side.
Well, this is also the situation where Infamous has to play like they need 2 points, not like they just
30-second
need 1.
drill.
Yeah, you need to do the 30-second drill right now. Staggered attack. So on the breakout here as a big around.
Thomas has found a good line in his snake.
That was a huge around lane that he ran to try to get to the snake.
Yeah, it's the same one he ran last time. He made it clean. Now it's him and Tyler battling out.
There's under a minute to go here. They started with a minute and 11.
Dynasty has everyone else still alive, 5 on 4.
Infamous is very much taking the ground, and here comes Cody Chong to push up behind Thomas Taylor. He might have caught one. Referee's going to check him out. Mikowski in the center. He's going to try to make something happen. He's popping over the top.
What is Thomas waiting for? He's got to go down.
Dynasty was able to keep their 4 bodies alive. They are tucked in the pocket. There goes Marcelo, though. They get a shot in on Thomas Taylor. So it's a 3-on-4 situation. All 3 of those bodies are essentially, though, in the pocket. They do have D1, but it's not out very wide. Those bunkers tear out as you move up to the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
But it looks like Dynasty might be able to hold on long enough. They might be giving up this point, potentially, as there goes Tyler coming off. And it looks like Cody Chong.
Infamous is chomping blood. Cut. breaking a lot of paint.
But it looks like Ryan's going to run out as Cody, whose gun's not really working, but he's going to run in and hit that buzzer. So they will put that point on the board. It makes it a much closer match. What crazy turn of events here. That's the difference one major can make.
Oh,
Instead
yeah.
of this game, Infamous had basically conceded the game.
Yeah,
They're letting the time run off.
We were talking about whether or not they should save the match or not save the match
Yeah.
on them because of the margin.
It is the margin. So it went from a 4-point spread and an end of the game to now a 1-point spread. Wow. Yeah, so now everyone's arguing. Looks like Ryan's over here trying to argue that should have been a major. They were trying to, Mikowski arguing that he should have got a major.
Everybody should have got a major.
But there's only 11 seconds left. So Dynasty did the job they needed to do. Bend, don't break. You know, maybe
Listen,
you
I
need
said
to
at
give
the
up
beginning.
that point.
I said at the beginning, Dynasty has a huge advantage in this match and is going to win handily.
But if you're Infamous, having
They didn't look bad, man.
no, they didn't look bad at all. And if they do if it ends up being the score as it is, and they do lose by 1, that's not bad.
And,
as
they
move
gave it
forward.
away at least 1 point, right?
for
They beat
sure.
themselves at least 1 point.
Absolutely.
That's what when you get to these top level teams, it's not about so much about how great you do. It's about not making mistakes, not giving points away to the other team. You know, you can get beat, but not because you do the wrong things or you make the wrong call. Both teams with 5 alive here. Aftermath pushing center of the field and Snake at the same time.
5 alive. Maybe we'll see this point go longer than 30 seconds.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh yeah, and Iannucci gets shot at Snake. He was pushing forward on the inside. Now, if you crawl the outside, if there's no one in the corner, they can shoot.
But
and
Level
then,
gets domed in the
yep,
head.
same
trying to
thing
go
happens.
around.
You got to pick which lane you're going to crawl. So 4 on 4 now. Both
Yeah.
Snake players being eliminated.
Well, he had no idea that Aftermath had made it up into
No.
that 50 brick. That was just an easy kill for Zach Hill.
Yeah,
Probably one of
he's
the
like,
easiest
"Thank you very
kills he's
much."
going to have all weekend long.
How much time left in this match, Matty?
I think like 8,000 minutes. No,
It
I
seems
think
like
it's like around 7.
Wow, a lot of time left. So this is one of our first longer points here, 4 on 4.
Yeah, it's a little under 7 minutes.
Okay. And Aftermath's in a great position here with the 2 guys in the center brick. They can cut off the whole field. They've got 1 player in the Snake that can fill the Snake at any time he wants to. And then as he decides to go from Snake 1 to Snake 2. Oh, Level's going down the Dorito side of the field. Odie gets caught right before by the center X. Aftermath, all 5 guys left alive. Oh, 4 guys. Sorry, they lost their first Snake guy.
Yeah, here comes Aftermath getting, looks like Wyatt getting a check from the ref. He's good to go. Roberts is in the Snake. Bodies are dropping for Level right now. They do have a little bit of a lead and a lot of time to try to burn off this clock. Another defensive posture, and it's not working out for him. Here comes Roberts now, way past the 50-yard line, all the way onto Level's side of the Snake, and he's going to get that crossfield kill. He'll already put a kill up on the board for himself, and he's going to run in and hit that buzzer. Aftermath is now only down by 1.
I love it. They're chasing it, man. Back and forth match. You can't ask for anything more than this. If you're at home enjoying this, I hope you're enjoying this as much as we are.
Yes, I didn't know what we were going to see out of Level or Aftermath this year. Lots of changes, obviously, for Aftermath and Level with the new kids on the block here. But they have been recklessly attacking. I don't really like the transition to that defensive game plan that Level's been doing. In this layout, it doesn't look like that's going to work very well.
Not against Aftermath.
Not against Aftermath, or also, I don't know if that's their skill, where their skill set's
Right,
at.
we don't know yet.
If it's damage, maybe. You know, if it's AC, maybe Impact. If like one of the teams we've seen do it time and time again over the years,
Right.
maybe they can pull it off. We will find out when those games happen and they go up big. But so far, this is not a defensive field.
No.
God, the pod guy just ran out with the bag open and just dropped pods all over where the runners are running. Right to the corner.
I left you a present, guys.
I call it the ankle breaker. Thomas does a funny route. He's changed it up, but he got caught, though. The other route where he runs into the corner, he hasn't been caught doing that yet. Infamous loses 3 on the break.
Yeah, but he only had 11 seconds to work with.
Yeah,
so
yeah, true.
He didn't really have. I mean, they had to pull a Russians right here and try to win
Yeah.
an incredibly quick point.
Man, Greg Sewers just got.
Hey, great game for both teams, man. Great match for both teams. Back and forth, really good play.
Look at that shot.
Yeah, peanut shot.
Oh, man, that was a close one.
Well, Dynasty with a come-from-behind victory here, and they looked really good doing it. So definitely some things to fix for both squads, but both these teams look pretty good out
That's a
here.
tough battle, man, to start.
Yeah, this is, I think, just when the top teams take the field and play each
That's
other,
what we're
I think
gonna
this
see.
is the type of game we're going to
Yeah,
see.
I hope so. I hope for more of the same. This has been the best morning of paintball in a long time.
Yeah, we're going to see a ton of points out here this weekend. It's a good thing they started at 7:20.
Yeah, Maddie's going to be hoarse by like 11:30.
Yeah,
Can somebody bring me a water,
gonna be
please?
just inhaling cough drops all weekend long.
I can't talk anymore.
Yeah, Rab, can you work on a Hall sponsorship for me? That'd be great.
Ricola.
No, I need the atomic ones, man.
The atomic
Yeah,
bombs.
Ricola, they're delicious, but
They just can't cut it.
no.
20 seconds.
So here we go.
Level Aftermath.
Yeah, let's see if Aftermath can do it. Aftermath has not put a win on the board since this event last
last
year.
year.
Well, I like that breakout they did with the 2 guys up the center. If they get up there before Level gets in the snake and the Dorito, they control the whole field. It gets so hard to get out of the pocket with those guys sitting there. And like we talked about, it's hard to stop that. There goes Aftermath, snake on the break. Level, snake on the break as well.
He got clipped. Ref's going to check him out. He's clean. 5 live boat squads.
Center
up.
brick shoots the Level player out of the snake. Oh, he might catch another guy filling. Yeah, he catches the guy filling out to the tower from home.
Oh yeah, he's definitely taking the walk. Just one body left alive for Level over here on the snake side, and everyone's deep for them. Back bunkers. They allowed Aftermath to take all these front spots again. Here comes Aftermath launching on a couple secondaries. Yeah, both bricks. So yeah, defense is just not working at all for Columbus Level. They need to go back to the attack.
Yeah, the faster points is where they play the best. These slower points, they just lose.
Nope. He just got hit.
Yeah. Traded.
I think he's
That's it. Aftermath with 3 bodies left alive at that point. 4 bodies left alive. Aftermath really turning this match around.
Yes.
Really good comeback here.
This might be, I mean, I would have to go back and go back pretty deep to try to find out what the highest scoring game we've had in the past couple of years. But
19 to 20.
This one's 6-6 now.
Wow.
And there's still 5-ish minutes left to go. So
the referees right now hate Jason. Hey, Jason, come over here real quick, bro. Let me tell you, you're making me work like 5 times as hard as I should be, okay? If you're not going to pay me more, I'm not moving.
yeah, poor Jason though. He's like, you guys are complaining. You want more aggressive fields. I give you a hyper aggressive field, and now we're playing too many points.
Yeah, no, that's what I told him. When I saw him this weekend, last thing I said to him was, good luck. Good luck. He's like, what? I was like, I hope you have a good weekend. Good luck.
Yeah.
I hope it's not too hard on you out here.
Yeah, so the Dynasty and Infamous game is done if you just joined us. Thank you so much for joining us here for the 2020 first event of the NXL season here in Las Vegas. I'm Matty Marshall with Rich Tufford and Steve Rabikoff. Dynasty come from behind victory against Infamous, but Infamous's rebuild squad, they didn't look bad.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
good.
They look good.
Yeah, for, again, kind of having not a lot of time to get all those guys on the same page.
They're
They
close.
Look, yeah, they again, I really feel that they could
started
have
off-
a
they
legit
started
chance
off
to make a
great,
run this year.
Aggressive on the Dorito side, Snake side, and then Dynasty started making tweaks, and then I think Infamous just conceded the Snake side, and the Dynasty locked down on that Dorito side, so
Well, I
they
think
made the adjustments.
When you look at how Infamous performed at World Cup last year, it was the worst performance we'd seen Infamous have in a long time. They lost every single game. I think Travis was like, okay, I've had enough of this.
I've had
He
enough.
Really went in the offseason hard to get and pick up certain specific guys that he'd been working on for a while. So I think that once that team has some time to gel a bit, I think that they could be, you know, as Rich likes to say, a dark horse. You know, I heard Rich was talking about how maybe Heat might be a dark horse to win this event.
Yeah.
X Factor might be your dark horse this
That
one.
Dark Horse X Factor
Mhm.
and that those Russian dark horses are
Yes,
too.
quite the dark horse.
Yeah, there's a lot of dark horses out there. You never know really until Sunday afternoon which dark horse.
Well, right, who do you guys got in this one? Do you think Aftermath's going to take it here on the
It
swing?
feels
They have
like
the momentum.
Aftermath. It feels like Aftermath is
And
coming
the
back.
momentum is definitely winning with Aftermath.
Unless Level can come back and change something up, they're losing the breakouts.
If
and
Level
position.
goes back to offense, then it could be.
Then they have a chance.
Yeah, then they have a chance. But if they keep playing defense like this, well,
Yeah.
first of all, they don't have
There's
a
no
lead. They don't
defense
have.
on this
They don't
field.
have a lead to protect anymore. So there's no reason to take all those
Giddy up.
back spots and try
Giddy
to
up.
win gunfights from there. Yeah, no, they need to go back up to those front spots. They were winning those battles. That's how they put that lead up on the board. But that's a good job by Aftermath, knowing that they need the points to make up, take the ground, and start executing.
Yeah, and not get down on yourselves, not give up, not be like, oh man, we're beat down, we can't do this. You know, you should play, my leg's sore, whatever. They stayed strong the whole time, battled back, and now they're right back in this match, man. Shows they got some depth on that team, heart-wise, you know.
Yeah, that's and a brand new look for Aftermath this year. They have,
Nice little,
It's
look.
real tough to go down 2 or 3 points and not lose your confidence and not lose your swagger, you know, and not trust in what you're supposed to be doing out there, because you start thinking, well, what we've been doing isn't working, so maybe I'll just do something a little bit different to try to help, and then it ends up kind of, you know, get 2 or 3 guys doing that. Now you guys are even more lost than you were before.
and considering that I don't think there's one starter that's returned to Aftermath from the starting lineup that they had at this event last year. So they have a lot of aggressive guys on this squad, and and this is an aggressive field. So maybe this could be a little bit different story for Aftermath. We'll see. They still have to get through Level right now. It looks like about to jump into this next point. Tied at 6.
Again, only 17 minutes left in this match.
And
Now that
here's
look, now
Level.
Elevation, I mean Level does their breakout. Goes 2 up the middle.
And they did a little tactical cheat to the wedge.
Yeah, I think he heard that the snake was hot, and once he heard the snake was hot, he retreated back. It was a great move. Here comes Aftermath up the center, though, to try to go counter those moves in the middle. Oh, Aftermath gets a penalty.
Aftermath still has a body, though, in the
Look at this
snake.
move by Level. Went through the middle here.
Oh, Level coming through, and I don't
He can't find the last
Yeah,
guy.
he went through and just shot everyone. He didn't
Wow,
even, he didn't
great
even,
move.
He didn't even, look, and they go back to offense, and what happens? They win the point.
Excuse me.
But
Great move, man. Right up the gut, gets a 2-pack, can't find the third guy, rings the bell.
that was Nick Carney.
Good job, Carney.
That's yet another name. So now we've said Matt Askren, Danny Schroner, Tyler Dowiak, Justin Politi, Nick Carney,
Sorry.
Logan Arnold. I mean, we've almost everyone on the Columbus Level roster
Yeah, that's
has
6
had
or,
some good moves
6 or
out
7
here.
guys that have clocked in already.
Well, when you play 13 points,
Again, though, like especially for a young team, you want to play those points. You want to get as much time on that field as you can before you get to Sunday for the brand new teams and for the top pro teams.
hey, if you're not going to win the event, it's kind of just a really expensive practice. So if
Yeah.
you can get as many points in as you
Hey, man,
possibly can against other pro
Newsflash:
teams.
for 14 teams, this
Yeah.
is, or maybe 16 teams, this is a really expensive practice.
Yeah. Yeah, but that being said, we talked about this in the pre-show, and we've been talking about it in the shows leading up to this, is that there is legit, I mean, you could make a solid argument,
8-9-ish
teams
right
that
there.
might have a
Yep.
chance to win. Obviously, we could get in a
Yep.
little bit more of a vicious argument depending on how deep we go down to about 12. But
If we only had the time, Matt.
Yeah.
If we only had the time.
We just don't have enough.
yeah, but I mean, Infamous is ranked 12th overall heading into this year.
Yeah, and they're no
So-
slouch. Obviously, they just almost beat Dynasty.
Well, the tough thing about that overall ranking for Infamous is that
Cup
catastrophic
hurt 'em
World
bad.
Cup 17th place for them, because other than that, it was 11th, 11th, 10th, 10th, and then 17th.
Yeah, they were right there until World Cup.
Yeah, so
1 minute.
so we will have full 2 minutes in between points here for the next couple minutes as
Which we need.
try
Which
to
we
find out who's
need
gonna win this one.
to try to keep up with this match.
Yeah, it's been this has been an interesting one.
I'm happy for Panda, man. It's amazing. You know, I haven't been out to his field, but I hear it's amazing. And he's got a pro team program. This is great. And they're playing well. Playing aggressive, entertaining paintball. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that for your first outing.
Yeah, Columbus Level was the biggest question mark of our entire 20-team pro
For sure.
lineups out here.
And they will continue to be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because we know the least about them, right? But, I mean, from what we've seen here early on, they've got a chance, man.
Yeah, now, again, they're playing Aftermath, and Aftermath's playing Level. These are two of the lower-ranked squads.
But
So-
I think they're both scary, man. I think that's that team that you're like, if these dudes come at us with everything, like, I don't know if we can plug all the holes in the dam before it falls.
That's why I'm very much looking forward to seeing Level play AC Dallas.
yeah, a real test.
Aftermath's next match is against Dynasty. So,
Another real test.
Yeah.
Man, we got good jobs, guys. This is a good place to be. We got the best seat in the
best
house.
seat in the house. It's gonna be a fun day of paintball out here. So on the breakout now, it looks like Aftermath is going to be losing a body, but so does Level.
Man, I swear, both of these teams, every breakout is a different breakout.
There's another player for LVO walking off.
Yeah, they're making it really hard to scout and figure out what's going on because every single breakout's different.
Columbus moves up to Dorito side. Puts a shot on the Aftermath wall.
Davey Simmons is at the
Brick.
50-yard line now. It
Yeah.
looks like they're past the 50-yard line with Wyatt in the center here.
Yeah.
Aftermath trying to finish,
Up, takes him out in the corner.
put these finishing
That's
touches.
it. Yeah, Aftermath wins this point. Nobody left for Level yet. Aftermath guys are actually shooting each other at this point. That's how you know you got some beasts on the team.
Please.
Tie game again.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you.
It's-
How much time? Like 9 minutes and 38 seconds?
Yeah, 14
it's about-
minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah, 4 minutes left to go. 3:56 on the clock here.
Did you say you did know what the highest score match was?
I do not know what the highest score is, but this is about to be.
This
the
is
highest
about
score.
it, yeah.
I can't even remember last time we saw a game that was tied at 7 with 4 minutes left
Yeah.
to play.
You're going to have like 15, 16 accumulated
And
points.
there's no way that this is going to go.
We've already
this
got
point's gonna
referees
go
taking
4
breaks.
minutes.
We've already got referees like, hey, man, I need a break. Bring me some water. I don't know if you've been paying attention. I've been running a lot.
And this is the second set of the day.
Yeah.
Second set of the day.
Hey, that's why they get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, it's when I looked at the schedule, I'm like, wow, 7:20, huh? They're going to use every ounce of this daylight. I can understand why here, because definitely going to need this time, as we could. I mean, and if we see some of these other aggressive teams play each other, the Russians versus say Heat,
Oh, man.
you know, that also could be a where
Yeah.
we see a ton of points scored.
And then you got Impact is playing Heat tomorrow. Well, we got a lot, man. This is like Rich said, this is second set of the day.
Yeah, yeah, it's and a beautiful day for paintball here, Craig Ranch Regional Park, North Vegas. highly impressive debut performance here so far for Level, even if they lose this match.
Yeah, for both teams, man.
Yeah, I don't care. You guys are brand new here, so
Yeah.
I'm sure, of course, they want to win this one. It'd be great to play your first pro game ever and get a victory. Obviously, Aftermath wants to win this one because it's not going to get any easier for both of these squads, and it's been a while since Aftermath won a game out here. So both these teams have a lot at stake, and if you go 2-2, you have a decent chance to make it on to Sunday. So getting a win against the lowest tiered team in your division, in your bracket, is pretty crucial to
Very important.
try to go
Yeah,
2-2.
very important. The teams that don't go home on Sunday.
Yeah, so just got about 30 seconds before we jump into this next one. All right, since it's tied again, Rab, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Aftermath.
I am also going to go with Aftermath. Though, since it's tied, Level will go back to an aggressive game plan, and every time they seem to do that, they get a little bit better
I'm
at
going to
Aftermath.
pull a Rich. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go with Columbus.
I'm going to wait until the point is scored and the game's over, and then I'm going to pick who wins.
See, now you guys are getting it. Now you finally understand. If you do that, you're almost never wrong.
So
Aftermath, snake on the break. Level, snake on the break. Level loses one up the gut. Oh, they went to that double brick again.
Yeah, and that has been a highly effective game plan so far
Yeah.
today. No one's really been able to shut that down because all those guns are going out wide. So now Aftermath, with the real estate taken, both those guns are looking towards the D side, and now they're going to push up into the snake. And this is Kevin Wank in the snake, I believe, who moved over from Boom to Aftermath. Some good position here, but once they've got to this 50-yard line, kind of pumping the brakes a little bit.
Yeah, Aftermath's got 3 players on the 40/50-yard line.
Wank now.
2 in the snake.
Yeah, Wank passed the 50-yard line here in the snake.
Yeah, he almost caught that
He
one from
almost
that
got
inside
one
tower.
right in the head.
Yeah. I like this breakout for Aftermath. When they get the snake alive and 2 guys in that center X, I mean, they can control the whole field from those 3 positions.
And
Even
now-
if they lose somebody behind them, they're fine.
And now they need to try to move somebody up on that D side. They've taken all the ground here, snake side and in the center. The D side is the next spot on this field where they need some aggression. A little tactical retreat here for Level.
Yeah, that might have been a good idea. He had 3 guns on him. He had the 2 snake guys.
Well,
So Watt, number 7, gets taken
4
out.
on 4 now.
yeah.
Oh, here goes Aftermath deep into Level territory.
Yeah, Zach Hill's past the 50-yard line. He's
Oh, he
into their
catches-
wedge. There goes 2 bodies coming off for Level. Hill comes off. Here comes Wank. Wank's going to launch on the full send, but he gets taken out. So now here comes the counter push from Level, running down that D side.
And the snake
He
guy has no idea.
Aftermath has no idea what's happening to him right now.
That the field gets totally separated. The snake and the Doritos play completely separate.
What a crazy game this has been.
It's
so now
amazing.
Level, even though they had a little bit more of a defensive posture, they couldn't find, or Aftermath just couldn't find a way to get through clean.
Yeah.
And that D side, that's where Aftermath didn't have any penetration. And sure enough,
They found the hole.
they found the hole. And
I'm changing my. I'm going with Columbus now. I'm going to pull a Rich.
Touche.
so the
Touche.
score is now 8-7.
This is a great game for both these games to start. This has been great for these guys.
So, and it was, I think it was Carney again here.
Big man
who-
through the middle?
Yeah, Carney able to make it, making us say his name, man.
Yeah.
That's how it works out here. If
I'm sorry,
are
did
the
you
guy-
say Carnage?
Is that his nickname now?
It could be if he keeps running through the middle and stab
Nick
people.
Carnage Carney.
Carnage. Or Circus Freak, depending on how well he's playing.
Well, we had talked about how important it would be when the scramble set in. If you're just joining us and haven't watched a lot of pro paintball, tournament paintball in general, we call it a scramble when the game devolves into a little bit of
Chaos.
a mess and chaos, and it's up to the players that are remaining, however many that may be, to keep their head on a swivel, realize what variables are in front of them, who they have left, what's in front of them, and then make that move.
Yeah, and the faster you can do that, the more of an asset you are to your team.
And Carney did a great job of that.
Yeah.
Whereas I couldn't see who was the remaining player over here on the snake side.
The receiver?
But he did not do
No,
that.
he did
Yeah,
not.
So he didn't keep his head on as much of a swivel.
Yeah, you
and
got to play
got beat
both
to the
tapes,
punch.
man. Got to play both tapes. But I mean, Aftermath still looked really good in that point. I mean, had Level not going through that Dorito side, they were going to win that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, so
I like that Level player sneaking back there. You know, down and with 2 guys in front of him instead of risking staying out there. He snuck back, played defensively, waited for the kills to happen. So Level's up by 1.
Level is up by 1.
Yep.
14
That's-
minutes left.
That's my pick.
And even though they did have a little bit more of a defensive posture there, I don't think they intentionally meant to do that. It's
I
just,
think Aftermath made such an aggressive move, it made him look defensive.
Yeah, and
Oh, so I guess, sorry, I got the score a little bit wrong. It's 9-7 right now.
And
Yeah.
Level's up.
Yeah, that's my
Levels
pick.
up. Yeah,
That's my pick.
9-7.
Hey, Rab called it. What can I
9 to
say?
7, 6. And as this tournament goes, we're going to see these. We talked about this yesterday as well. We're going to see a lot of high body.
This is 16 points in this match so far.
This is crazy.
That's crazy. I cannot remember the last time we saw 16 points. Oh,
Level loses one at home.
Level.
And
Aftermath loses one.
No. Here comes Aftermath. Snake 3, Snake 4. Other side of Snake.
Level loses another player from the Dorito side. Possibly another one from home.
Yeah, and both teams have a body in the Snake, but Davey Simmons is in a little bit better field position, though. He's got to be careful as he crawls down that inside lane. He's right on the other side. Neither of these guys know that they have an opponent right on the other side of their bunker. And actually, Davey just heard it. He's going to come around and trade out. And then here comes a little tactical move out wide. After that death, he's going to try to get out for level back corner
Good
bunker
fill,
here,
good
Snake
fill.
side.
He can slow him down from that Snake horn. It's a strong bunker. Not if he gets caught from the Snake guy, though.
Yep.
Got to play a little tighter than that.
I was going to say, he's playing a little sloppy back there. He needs to get into his
A little
bunker.
loosey-goosey.
If you don't know where your opponents are, you got to play kind of tight on your spot, in your spot.
But the more that you hide, the harder it is to find out where your opponents are. So it's a tough game out there.
Roberts into Snake for Aftermath.
Yeah, Aftermath has a body advantage here, or a two-body advantage. They need to be pushing up. Level's kind of stuck in the Snake corner, and I think in the Dorito corner, 2-on-3, with Aftermath having one player on the Dorito side, one at home, and one here in the Snake.
Yeah, and for essentially the first time we've seen is a little bit of a slower point because of the deaths that have happened, though. But just as I say that, Aftermath's going to get that kill from the back corner bunker here on the Snake side, and they should be able to pull this one within one.
Yep.
They got to make quick work of it here. There
Yep.
goes Wyatt.
So it was just it was a 3-on-2. So the level guys just need to work together a little bit more and stay alive a little bit longer. Try to get as much of that clock worked out as they could.
I think we're going to change our picks again.
Who's we?
This like, what is it now?
It's 8 to 9.
8 to 9.
Wow.
17 points.
Let's go for 20 points. Let's get 20.
We can do
Let's
it.
do this.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of scores going back.
Do you have a lot of paper? Because you're going to need a lot of paper, son.
I'm trying to think the last time that we even had anything even close.
Like a
the
15 point.
Russians put up a lot of points sometimes.
Yeah, like 8-4.
Yeah, the Russians might be our best candidate, but it's like a 9-3 situation.
Yeah, this is
I mean,
deep. This is like old X-Ball.
If we go back
Yeah.
to World Cup 2 years ago, they beat Damage 9-3. But other than the Russians, there's not a lot. Maybe he does put up a lot of points sometimes too.
Nothing
but
like this.
yeah, I mean, I got to go deep into my notes here. There was
This is pandemonium.
There was at the second event last year, we had an 8-7 match where the Russians beat Impact in the quarterfinals en route to winning that tournament. So that was a ton, but this is still more than that. I don't think
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time we had this many points scored in a match. So, and yes, there was another match in this set
Long ago.
That one finished.
In a
It was-
faraway land.
That was a good game too, though, as Dynasty took the victory there against Infamous. Waiting in the wings right now is Houston Heat and Uprising to play the third set of the day, and then Impact and DMG will also be coming out here shortly after we get the conclusion of this match. So we'll see if Aftermath can score another one here to tie it up. It has been essentially a blow-for-blow game out here. Level just a little bit better right now, and particularly in the chaotic situations,
Scrambles, yeah.
in the scrambles, and also a little bit better when they're playing full offense.
Yep.
In the start of this match, when it was full offense versus full offense, Level was getting a little bit of the better of. It looks like a timeout's being called here this time by Level. So, but what an interesting match for these two teams' first game of the year.
Yeah, now a little.
Throw down these points here.
Yeah.
They're going to be sore in their second match.
Only a minute and 3 seconds left too. So
That's enough for 10 more points.
it's definitely enough for 2 more points. The way things have been going out here.
Level calls a timeout here. Pretty smart.
For this next set coming up, though, I am interested to see what Uprising is going to do now, because
What
the Uprising
their answer is going to be.
Yeah, that Uprising that we watched just get murdered from Edmonton Impact in that first one, especially on a layout like this, I really felt that this would be a good layout for Uprising, because they have guys that play well in those chaotic situations.
But again, I think it might not be. Uprising might come out and play really well this next match. Playing against Impact is really, really
Maybe,
tough.
yeah.
Especially after you beat Impact at World Cup and pretty much sent them home.
Yeah.
Like, you know the best team in the world is bringing the best game that they have. So Uprising didn't look that great, but it's like, you know.
But that's a question to be asked now,
Yeah.
is that Impact is not the best team in the world. They're currently
Right,
ranked
yeah.
6th heading
They're
into
the
this.
6th best team in the world.
For the 2 or 3 years that they were ruling the roost, then yeah, they were the best team. But last year after the first event, but that's how important it is to Impact. They want that title back.
Yeah, they do.
They want to walk around here and be known as the best team in the game. There
Not
are
the-
currently
not the
5
sixth
teams
best
ranked
team.
better than them. And so, yeah,
Get that
maybe,
fire.
but maybe Impact played so well in that first match, and maybe we'll see. I'm hoping to see a better Impact.
Maybe they just studied Uprising film all year in the offseason. Aftermath losing 2 bodies early, one on Drio side, one on the Snake side, both of their attackers, but they get 2 guys up to the center bricks. Then those 2 guys have been playing really well up there, controlling the field. Aftermath with the 3-on-5 situation, level stretched across the back of the yard. They get 1 level player limit on Drio side. Oh, another Aftermath player dies in the center
and
brick.
Time is ticking off this clock. The referee gets in there, checks out Hill. Looks like he's clean. Wyatt comes off, though. Those 2 bodies in the back center bunker are just trying to hold off this aggressive push, and I don't know if that's the spot to do it. They have 1 more body out wide, but Hill knows he's there.
Yeah.
Hill is checking off these spots, doing an amazing job of trying to break this one open.
This Snake
is he
Horn's
going to have enough time?
Snake Horn's going to save it.
Oh,
he
level.
gets the one across the field.
Hill got 2, but just not able to do it, not able to get enough bodies off the field. So level
2 players left alive. Aftermath with no one left alive.
Yeah, bend don't break moment, and looks like they were able to do it. So
Maybe there's 1 guy left alive for Aftermath. I can't find him.
There's
Might be on
2.
Drio side.
There's 2 for level for
there's
sure.
2 for level here.
Aftermath, yeah, I think that. There he
Now,
goes.
I was going
Going
to
for
say,
the
if
flag.
I'm Politi, go
Margin.
down and hit that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get that
margin's
margin.
huge.
Good play level.
I think he might have had it. I think he might have got it.
Yeah. I think he got it.
I think he might have got it. Well, congratulations to Level.
man.
They're going to get the win. The
Yeah.
point spread definitely will be
Congratulations,
important for
guys.
them, but that was an amazing match.
Good for those guys.
So please head on over to GoSports.com. Next up, Houston Heat going to be taking on Uprising, and Impact going to be taking on the brother team DMG. Thank
excited.
you guys so much for joining us here. It's this field layout is hyper aggressive. It's going to be crazy. More action coming at you from the 2020 NXL Las Vegas Open. We'll be right back.